Hey, you're listening to episode 5 of the TA Pedals podcast. I'm Tristan.
And I'm Stephon. So, Tristan, this morning I came to your house and you had just woken up.
Yeah, it's true. I had literally not been awake for more than 5 minutes.
You was a sleepy boy.
I was. Every morning now, Benjamin wakes me up bright and early because Sydney's been having to go to work for to open at her job, and so about 7:30, maybe even earlier, Benjamin runs into my bedroom and he says, "Daddy, get up." I'm like, I don't want to.
So, yeah, how's work been?
Sucks as usual, but I'm hanging in there. As long as I have to, I suppose. That's part of life, and until I can get out of my monkey job, I'm just gonna have to grit my teeth and bear it and make the best out of it.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to go.
What's been going on in your life?
Nothing much really. Everything's pretty much the same. Got work and trying to work on pedals at the same time, just like usual.
Yeah, we've been really busy. We've had a busy week this week with the whole pedal thing.
Yeah, we have. It's been a rocky road to get this shark working.
Should we break the news?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So some slightly unfortunate news, I think. We have been vigorously testing the shark and trying to work out some kinks in the circuit. And we've realized that the blend circuit that we came up with is incompatible with the distortion part of the circuit, and reason being because the distortion circuit flips the polarity of the signal and causes some not just phase issues, but it makes the circuit really unstable. And so we also were struggling to get rid of some of the noise whenever you crank the pedal. And the way that we figured out how to fix that was we're going to integrate a buffer, and it's going to be an always-on buffer. So the shark is going to be a buffered bypass, but it's still going to have like a relay bypass. So it's going to be like pretty much silent switching, which is going to be nice. But the pedal will be buffered, and it fixed a lot of the issues that we were having, but nothing we tried to do fixed the issues we were having with the blend circuit. So we're just going to have to remove it completely, unfortunately. But that being said, with as much time as I've spent with the pedal, it's still a really, really great sounding pedal. And I've tested it on bass, and it's still sounds really great. And if you want a cleaner sound, you can just turn the drive knob down. So it's not a complete loss.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah. Definitely instead of having a blend, you could definitely turn down the drive and get more of a cleaner signal coming through.
Yeah, and we're still going to have the bass and guitar toggle switch too. So we're still going to integrate the toggle switch that allows you to switch between input capacitors, so that the bigger capacitor is going to let more bass frequencies through to let the pedal play nicer with the sub frequencies that from a bass guitar. So it's not a complete loss. I'm a little disappointed because we tried so hard and got so far, but at the end, it didn't even matter.
It's still going to be a really good distortion pedal with a 3-band EQ and toggle to switch from guitar frequency to bass frequency. And that in itself is going to be a good pedal to have for people who play one or the other or both. And it's even without the blend, it's still going to be very usable. So I'm okay, completely okay with the direction that we're going with removing that blend.
Yeah, me too. And I thought that I was going to be a little upset about it because that was the feature that I was most excited for. But the thing is, like, I would probably never use that feature with guitar anyway. I'm just, just the way that I play and the things that I play, I don't see how I would get use out of that. So the main thing I would use it for would be bass. But at the same time, like, there's still ways around it to get that sound, to blend your clean bass signal in. First, the most obvious option is to buy a pedal that does like a split signal type thing, and you could run your clean signal out of that pedal, and then also simultaneously in parallel into the Shark. So I mean, there's that, but also you can definitely get like good overdriven bass tones just by dialing back the gain on the Shark, and then also I guess another way to do it, like if you were in a recording situation, is you can obviously just, play through the Shark, or like take a DI and reamp through the Shark, and then also have your clean signal blended in there. So, I mean, it's not like it's that inconvenient, I suppose. It was going to be really cool to have it all in one pedal, but, right now it's just not possible, like logistically, I guess, because of the use of op amps that invert the signal and things like that. So it just is what it is. I'm still excited about it, and it looks really great.
Yeah, and in case y'all didn't notice, the last video that we put out with the pickups transfer on the SG, we did have a little sneak peek of what it looks like on the table. I know some people did notice that, but if you didn't notice, you can go back and watch that video and see it.
Yeah, I mean, what's crazy to me is that I put it there because I didn't think anyone was paying attention. Like, I did it on purpose. Like,
Yeah,
I put it on the table. But
as soon as I seen it, I was like, did you mean to do that?
Yeah, you texted and you were like, hey, in the time lapse, the Shark's right there, right? I was like, yeah, but no one's going to notice. And then literally the day that video came out, someone was like, that looks like the Shark on the workbench. And I was like, no, yeah, okay, you got me.
Yeah.
But I thought it would be a cool way to leak what it looks like. People who are paying attention and listening to the podcast know that we've been talking about the Shark pedal a lot. And I was curious to see how many people who listen to the podcast would also tune into that video and check it out and make the connection. And honestly, we're so new to everything, and we don't have a huge audience, that I didn't think anyone would put it together. And someone did. And I'm actually really happy about it because that pedal looks dope, and I just wanted someone to see it. But I was surprised it happened so fast.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice looking pedal, for sure.
Yeah.
So we got some big changes though.
Oh yeah.
So as far as like our moving forward and our pedal making stuff, what do you think?
You want to tell them?
I don't.
Okay.
I want you to tell them.
I'll tell them. We've just really been thinking a lot about how we want to go forward in this business and what makes sense practically right now for us. And we want to make a lot of pedals. We want to, do a lot of different things. And I think that the easiest way for us to do that is going to be continuing to make pedals in small batches in limited runs. And so for things like our Vampire Squid Fuzz, for example, originally we had intended to probably make that pedal for the rest of our careers. and, maybe do some updates along the way. And that was what we wanted to do. But I think that in order for us to continue to grow in the way that we want to, and continually adapt what we're producing, I think we're going to shift and only make pedals in limited runs. So for example, if we decided to make 20 of the vampire squid, we would only make 20, and then that would be it. And so starting with the shark, that's how we're going to go forward. We're probably going to make pedals in batches of 20, and then once they're gone, they're gone. And we understand that the demand will eventually probably be higher for some of the pedals, like once they start getting around and people hear them, and things like that. And so we're willing to, by popular demand, bring older pedals and circuits and designs back. But until that point where there's a demand for it, I think we're just going to do limited runs. And so if you want one of the pedals that we're making currently, which is, the vampire squid, we're about to put out the shark within the next month. And then also we have a secret pedal that's going to come out. If you want any of those, definitely scoop them up quick, because once they're gone, they're going to be gone for the foreseeable future. And it's a decision we've thought a lot about, and we understand the pros and the cons. And until we are able to consistently manufacture pedals and have the demand for them, this model makes the most sense for us.
Yeah. The biggest thing for us is to not be stuck on one thing for too long. So like we have so many ideas and things that we want to do. We don't want to be stuck making this certain pedal and then have, product lying around waiting for someone to buy it before we move on to the next project. So the easiest thing for us to do at this point would be to make a limited run batches that we know we can sell those. And when those are gone, we can move on to a new project. And that's really good for us, because we have a lot of ideas and things that we want to do. And we're kind of held back, because the demand for our product doesn't meet the consumption of what we want to do.
Yeah, exactly. And Stephon brought this idea to me, and it instantly clicked to a point in my past. For a long time, I worked for Hot Topic, which, yeah, ha ha ha. Let's get that out of the way. Little emo boy.
Hot Topic is a great store.
It really is. I mean, it gets
has
a lot
all
of
your anime fantasies.
It gets a lot of flack for being like the emo kid store and stuff, but it's changed a lot over the years. And so I was the store manager of one of the stores in Oklahoma City when I was living there. And so I got to be on a lot of conference calls with our district manager, and we talked a lot about like the business model and how Hot Topic essentially knows and understands that trends change extremely quick, which is obviously why it's called Hot Topic, because they're focused on what the latest trends are. And in order to maximize their sales on particular, what's the word? Not merchandise, but I can't think of anyway.
Well, so that like the store's small and it can't hold a lot of stuff, so they have to be able to constantly be moving things out to bring in new stuff.
Right. Franchise, that's the word I was looking for. So to maximize profit on certain, like, specific franchise, like say the new Batman movie comes out and they want to have Batman merch, but they know that like once people stop going to see Batman, the demand for that merchandise is going to fall off drastically, and they don't want to be sitting on a lot of product. So what they do is they order an adequate amount, maybe even just slightly under the amount that they need, so that they can guarantee they won't be sitting on old product that's just going to have to go to clearance, and then they're going to have to lose money, or even maybe, at most break even on what they have in stock. And so Hot Topic really showed me the benefits of that type of business model, because like Stephon said, like, we are a very small company, and it's not about the money for us, but we need the money to do the projects. We can't have money tied up in product that's not currently moving. And so, yeah, the small batch thing, I think, is going to be good for everyone. So,
Yeah, and we're not like, it's not like when they're gone forever. Like all the stuff that we make is all saved on a computer, and like if we need to order PCBs, they're ready to go. If we need to order parts, we know what parts to order. If we need the enclosures, we already have everything set up for that, and it wouldn't be hard for us to just put an order in for that particular pedal. If that pedal is selling well and people want it, then we can easily, throw it together and make some more. But if we, in order for us to like keep going and moving on to new projects, we have to keep it simple.
yeah, and like, I think that if, say, the demand for like the vampire squid started coming in really hard, and we only had a few on hand to sell, I would estimate that it would probably be like a maximum of 3 weeks before we were able to have more to sell. We can crank them out pretty quick. We've got everything streamlined. And so if you are wanting a particular pedal that you missed out on in the future, you can shoot us an email or a message anywhere, and ask about when production might resume or whatever. And if we get enough of those requests, we can make it happen fairly quickly. So it's going to keep us as a company really adaptable by keeping our resources more open. So, I mean, I can always turn money into parts, but I can never really turn parts into money on the drop of a dime. So, or at the drop of a hat, stop on a dime. Proof is in the pudding.
All of those things.
I got all the sayings.
So, as far as like moving forward and stuff, like we have a couple of changes to talk about as well, that have to do with the production of our videos and stuff like that. So, you want to say something about that?
Yeah, we do, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, yeah. We got a TV. We got a TV that we're going to pretty much use as a teleprompter. I made the Cousins music video. Am I okay?
I think you're still a tired boy.
I think so. I have a splitting headache, but let me try to restart. So we got a TV, and when I made the Cousins music guitar repair video, I had my laptop sitting just out of view of the camera, and I had all my notes there, and like some parts were scripted so I could stay on track. And it looked really, I mean, the video was fine. Like I was happy with it, or I wouldn't have put it out. But like, I noticed myself having to keep looking down and to the right, and I want to be more personal. I want the videos to feel more personal. So I need to be looking into the camera when I do that. And until recently, I didn't really have the resources to be able to make that happen, because I didn't have a screen big enough to display all of the text on. And I would like to get to the point where I can just memorize everything that I need to talk about. But man, it's a lot.
We're human.
There's a lot of information to cover, and oftentimes we're making these videos like on the fly, or coming up with the idea just a few days, or maybe even say the same day as we make the video. maybe I meant to say a few days before we make the video. And so having this like, decent sized TV to like be able to use as kind of a teleprompter and keep me on track when I'm, rambling on about all the things that I think are cool. It's going to be really nice. I'm literally just waiting on like a TV stand and, whatever. So
Yeah. I think it's going to be a great addition to our production side of things and getting things more legitimate, I would say. Things looking better is always good.
yeah. And, we haven't talked about it in a while, but we still have the shed situation too. I think that is a decent next step for us, is moving all of our production and materials and things out to this decently sized shed that I have in my backyard. Um, I've already put a power strip in and a fan, like it's ready to go. We just have to, get like a desk and move everything out there. And that will allow us to make the room in my house that we normally, make the pedals in and stuff. We'll be able to turn that into an actual like room where it'll be nice to shoot video. It'll look nice and it'll have like microphones already set up and, just everything we need to streamline the video process, because right now it's been kind of a pain. But at the same time, like I really like doing it. So I just want to make it easier on myself and better for you guys content wise. So the videos will sound better and look better and be more personal. So I'm excited about that. I don't have any ideas on the table right now. We just did the pickup swap in the Epiphone SG that we bought a couple weeks ago, and that video's out now, and it turned out pretty good. I really like it, and it was kind of surprising the results too. And then we also have the Cousins Music Guitar Repair
I think
video out.
I think it would be cool to like give like a little teaser video out of what the Shark sounds like with the SG.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
I think that could be an upcoming video.
That would be, yeah. We could definitely do that. I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
I also want to do a video with the SG and some of my like blacked out pedals.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the plan is yet, but like
just do something. Just turn the video on and play something.
Yeah, pretty much. That's I think what it's gonna turn into.
Like that short little Instagram reel that I posted of you just like playing a random riff with the vampire squid. It was, I mean, that kicked off pretty well. So I think just random playing, as long as it's okay, I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, it's just so weird me having to get out of the mindset of like, oh, I got to set microphones up. Oh, I got to sync the audio. I got to do this.
Yeah.
When really what people want right now, which is weird, is just turn the camera on and play something.
They just want that raw footage.
It's weird.
I mean, it is weird, but at the same time, you're not getting a polished, sound. You're getting the actual sound that the camera's picking up of the room and the vibrations off the walls of the guitar sound coming out.
Now that you say that, that does make a lot of sense. Kind of how we talked about like how in our videos of the vampire squid, you have to take into account that it's like a direct signal going into my Axe effects and all of that, so you don't really get the room sound. I guess when you shoot raw footage, it is a little easier to tell what we're hearing in the room.
Yeah.
Even though it's still being picked up by a microphone, it's a much crappier microphone that's sensitive to everything around it instead of being like unidirectional. And so that's a good point for sure. I didn't think about it like that. Because when I make things, I always try to make it sound like it's on a professional recording.
Yeah. And that makes sense if you're doing a professional recorded video.
Right.
But like for like short little clips, like people just want to hear that cool riff that you're playing.
Yeah.
They don't care about all that other stuff.
My idea was always, and it's just because of how I am, my idea was always that like if you're a professional business and you're an expert guitar player and you've been mixing music for 35 years or whatever, like that everything you put out should be polished and, sound the best that it can and better than anyone else's. And it's like, I think that maybe that's the wrong mindset. And I've been going backwards on a lot of stuff like that lately, because that's how it was whenever I first started my YouTube channel when I was like 14 or 15. I had this like crappy Sony camera, because it was a pretty good camera for the time, but it's crap now.
I probably had the same camera.
I think we all did. It was called the Sony CyberShot.
Yeah,
is what it was.
It was a crappy little thing.
Yeah, it was like $100 though, and back then like that was a decent amount to pay for a
camcorder.
Like a digital camera. It was weird, but anyway, like I would just set up my camera in front of my guitar amp and I would just go for it. And it's weird having to change my mindset from where I am at, almost 30 years old to back when I was like 14. And, I've learned so much along the way. And now I'm kind of figuring out that like, it doesn't really
matter.
Well, it matters, but it's like, it's not really what people want to see all the time. And it's weird. It's just weird.
Yeah, it is. It's weird.
Like I can do so much, but I don't need to.
The videos definitely should be professionally recorded and mixed or whatever it is you do.
The magic.
Yeah, the magic stuff that you do behind the scenes, whatever that stuff is, you should definitely do that on our, YouTube videos or informational videos. But when you're just like, I'm just gonna play this little weird thing real quick and throw it out.
Well, I'm glad you did that, and you posted it without me even knowing. And I'm glad you did, because like that's the kind of thing where it's hard for me to let loose. And I would have been like, wait, let me see it. Like, did I do good? Like, what's it sound like? know. So I need that from you as a partner, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Platonic partner. He's only made passes at me a couple times.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
No.
But anyway. So as far as like the Instagram thing goes and the TikTok thing, I have a new TikTok video coming out today, and I'm gonna put it out around noon probably.
Do I know about this video?
Yeah, I showed you earlier. It's
Oh yeah.
It's just another bass playthrough. So I think
themed play.
Yeah, I think our schedule is starting to change a little bit too. I think we're gonna do more polished, planned out videos on Mondays and release those. It probably won't be every Monday because we're both, we work full time and both have kids and stuff. And but if we have like a longer release, like a longer video that is, anywhere from 6 to 15 minutes probably starting out, those will be released on Mondays. And then on Tuesday, it seems like it seems like the right day to post the themed playthroughs. And so I'll just like be probably playing like video game or TV themes on bass or guitar or whatever, and put those on TikTok and Instagram. And today's video, oh yeah, one more thing. And on Wednesday, that'll be the day that we release the podcast. Wednesday's podcast day, because we recorded on Tuesday. And that gives me time to, plan everything out and get the video rendered and uploaded and blah, blah, blah. Okay. But today, my TikTok video, I'm playing the Office theme. Me and Sydney have been watching The Office again a lot lately. And
yeah, I like cool. It. It's pretty cool. I can't wait to watch it on my phone. I
put a bunch of like GIFs from The Office, like just different people making faces and stuff, and I snuck a secret one in that I don't think that anyone will notice. Well, maybe they will if they're a big fan of The Office, but I don't think you noticed it.
No, I didn't.
That is why I showed you, because it's really funny.
I wasn't even like when you showed it to me, I wasn't even paying attention to the gifs.
Oh well,
I was paying attention to you playing the bass, because I like watching your fingers move around on the board for some reason. I don't know. But on a completely random subject,
okay,
is it weird that I want to lick the SG?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
It just looks so good.
That makes you want to lick it? Like it's food?
No, like, I don't know how to explain it. It just looks like it's going to feel good on my tongue.
I don't even know how to respond to that. That's okay. That is definitely so far the weirdest moment on this podcast so far.
Sorry, I'm really tired and I just can't stop looking at it, and it just...
No, I mean, it is really cool.
It's beautiful.
It really is. And did you notice like the wood grain?
Yeah, it's... I can't... I'm not gonna say I regret what I said, because that's how I feel.
Yeah, you should. Hey, you do you. You be yourself.
I just feel like
100% Stephon.
Yeah, it's so smooth and clean, and yeah.
Do you like the way the pickups look in it?
The pickups look sick.
I really like that they're black.
I like I just, on the normal guitar I play, the pickups are kind of, they're kind of in the way, and so that SG has a real big spot in the middle where you don't have to worry about hitting anything when you're plucking, and I love it. Like, I'm happy. I'm so happy about that thing.
So I'm probably gonna get some tuners for it soon.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you if you thought that we should go with black or silver, because I would go for black personally, because it would be cool to black out the whole guitar eventually. But
that bridge, I don't know if we can get
silver though.
I don't know if we can get black bridges.
Yeah, you can.
Like for the bottom part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it actually there are. So the bridge is.
Is it going to be black chrome or just black?
I think it's like metallic black, but it's like even the posts that go in the guitar that hold the bridge in place, those are black too. So
honestly,
the whole thing is black.
Honestly, unless we're going to change the fret to black, then I think it would look better with the silver.
Did you say the fret? Like the frets?
The fretboard.
Like the wood itself, or the fret wire?
The board.
Oh.
Yeah, unless
we probably won't ever upgrade that.
I really like it. That rose color finish, like, yeah, I don't want to say it again, but it makes me want to lick it.
You said it again. Yeah, the tuning stability of the guitar is really the only issue that I've had with it, and it's not even terrible, but it's I have vowed to myself that any guitar that I have or will want to play on a regular basis should have hip shot. That's hard to say. Should have hip shot.
Should have hip shot.
Yeah, should have hip shot locking tuners. And they make them in a bunch of different colors, and by a bunch I mean 3: gold, silver, and black. And and so I think silver or black would look really cool. So I'm just gonna let you call it whatever you want to do on it.
Yeah, I mean the silver kind of ties into the white.
Yeah, I agree.
That's on the guitar, and you have that white border on the pick guard, and you have the white Epiphone on there and the white SG on there, and the silver matches that white up better than black would. So I just feel like the silver would look better.
Let's go silver then. I think silver is a couple dollars cheaper than the black ones anyway, which doesn't make a lot of sense. But
yeah, I would like to change that gold letters on the rhythm and treble indicator. I don't like that.
Yeah,
could make that, if we can make that white, then that would be perfect.
Yeah, I talked about that on the video, how if you look at the pickup selector washer that indicates whether it's rhythm or treble,
we could take that
kind
off.
Of beat up a little bit.
We could just take that off.
And well, that's what I was gonna say. Is I'm not positive. I haven't taken it off. I don't know what it's routed like for the switch underneath. I can't remember. But if it's
just a washer,
but I think it's just a washer, and so but it might be. I think I had trouble getting it off. I think it might be like glued down or something. I'm not positive.
Well, we can. I mean,
But I
we
don't
can
like it
trace it and like make something, and then just have a white R and a white T instead of the full layout
I
of
got a
the.
whole dresser full of white tees.
I I only have a couple.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, we could
I
do that.
mostly wear black and gray.
Yeah, that would be cool. It would anything to make it match the sound that comes out of it, because even though it's not like an expensive guitar. By the time we upgrade it and stuff, we're gonna have several hundred more dollars in it than the base price, but it's worth it. And the thing that I was curious about when we ordered it is with less. I don't want to say cheaper. I recently started really trying to differentiate between the term cheaper and inexpensive. This guitar is inexpensive, and with some inexpensive guitars and cheap guitars, the quality of the wood, the neck, and all those things really tends to vary, and so you never know what you're gonna get. And we got a really great guitar. Like, the wood's great, the neck feels really good.
It's a sick guitar.
Yeah, so like, because those things are good, it's worth investing the money into it. Like, you wouldn't want to have a guitar that plays like crap and then invest the money in it. But we have a guitar that plays good, that was inexpensive, that we can upgrade. And so I'm really happy about that. And it looks sick. And I don't care what it says on the headstock. I don't care that it's Epiphone, because there are some people who are like, if it's not Gibson, it's not right. And it's a great guitar. And
That's so, like, again with the box thing. Like, open your box, all right? Open it up.
who doesn't like opening
And
boxes?
be open to everything outside of that box. Like, just because it's not this brand or that brand doesn't mean it doesn't sound good and it looks cool. Like,
I've played a lot of Epiphones and a lot of Gibsons. I used to spend a lot of time in Guitar Center, and some Gibsons don't play as good as some Epiphones, and some
And vice
Epiphones don't
versa.
play as good as some Gibsons. It's about
it's not about the brand, it's about the guitar that's in your hand.
like, once you get past a certain price point, really all you're paying for is like exotic woods and quality control. And so that those things are important, especially the quality control aspect, like making sure the frets aren't sharp, making sure there aren't any dings in the body, and that everything is stable construction wise. But at the same time, like, just because something is inexpensive doesn't mean it's automatically crap, and just because something's expensive doesn't mean it's good either, because the nature of a guitar, because of because it's made out of wood, and each piece of wood is different, each guitar is going to be different. Even like with my Ibanez, when I went to buy it, there were two of the same guitar there, and I played both of them, and one had this really gorgeous top on it. It's quilted maple, had the same finish, same color, and I didn't really like the way that it played, and so I asked to see the other one that didn't look quite as good. Like, the quilting wasn't as intense, but it played much better, and I went with the one that played better. So even the same model of guitar can be quite different. And so, yeah, you can't really judge a guitar by what it says on the headstock. You just have to play it. And we got a good one, thank goodness, because it is kind of a random grab bag with guitars at that price point sometimes. But it's a good one. I'm gonna play the crap out of it. I'm gonna doom I'm gonna doom so much.
We're gonna play the crap out of it.
Yeah, I hope you take it
I
home
played
today.
the crap out of it this morning, and I haven't had a lot of guitars in my hand, but that's definitely the best one I've had in my hand. And I like it better than your Ibanez.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's saying something,
Yeah, and your Ibanez is a pretty sick guitar. I love it, but I love that one way more.
I'm not gonna lie, like, the SG feels really good, even compared to my Ibanez, and my Ibanez is my baby.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of thing where, like, I've got to be honest about it and transparent, and that guitar is just as fun to play as my Ibanez. There are some upgrades I want to make to it to make it, the tuning more stable. I want to put um, a push pull pot on it to split the coils to make it more tonally versatile. But those are not. But well, the tuners are kind of necessary, but the rest of the appointments are not really that necessary. It's just
It's
what I
just
want to do to make it cool, and then it will be a machine.
yeah. Like hopefully we're turning inexpensive guitar into a one of a kind
Yeah,
guitar.
for sure. I was trying to look up the release date of that guitar. Um, for anyone who's wondering, like the model name, it's the Epiphone SG Special, in matte black. That's what we're talking about. And it has pickups in it called Ceramic 8 pickups that are like modern voice, which I didn't know when I did the shootout. I had to do some research afterwards because I just wanted to use my ears before I made a decision. But this guitar, it has like pretty hot modern voice pickups in it. And I was trying to figure out when the guitar was released because I haven't really seen that particular model anywhere before. And I think I couldn't find any information about it, but I think it came out fairly recent. And so people are like looking for information on it, looking for demos and stuff. So I think that we can probably put some videos about the guitar out.
Is that true? Like people want to know more about that guitar?
Yeah. I had a guy comment on our YouTube video, and he was like, "Hey, I was about to buy this guitar. You put this out at the perfect time. This was really, helpful." And I was like, "Well, I hope it, helps you make the decision. I think it's a good guitar, and I don't think you would be making a bad decision by investing the money into it. Even if you keep the pickup stock, like it's still a good guitar." So,
Yeah, we definitely need
yeah.
to jump on that real quick. Make
Someone
some
always beats
demo
us to the
videos.
punch.
Play it with clean tone, play it with the fuzzy tone, play it with the distortion, play it with everything.
Yeah, because that's something that I didn't cover when I switched the pickups out was like the clean tone and stuff. And that could be drastically different because when you put it through a high gain amp, it really compresses the signal. And when you have a compressed, distorted signal, it's harder to tell. It's harder to hear the nuances in the voicing of the pickup. But I also needed to crank that video out really fast. And, since we're using it for a Doom machine, that was my main focus. I only wanted to show what it would sound like with like a metal tone.
Yeah, we just needed to judge the difference in the pickups for what we were going to use it for.
Yeah.
But now that we know that people are wanting a demo on that guitar, we can be the ones to do that.
Yeah, and I will say this though, I don't want to, I don't know if I will or not, but at the moment I don't want to put the stock pickups back in it to test it or whatever.
No, I don't. I don't think we should do that. I think we should definitely, in the video you can definitely address like this has invader pickups and they're not far off from the stock pickups.
Right. Yeah.
But keep that in mind when you do buy it.
Right. Yeah, because there definitely is some difference. Like I mostly noticed the difference between the invaders and the stock pickups in like the bass, which I don't normally pay attention to like a whole lot because the tones that I use are generally they have like a
Mid-range.
Yeah, it's like really mid-range heavy. And but I really noticed how much it like tightened it up. That was the biggest notice. Like when I was palm muting and stuff, I could hear the difference a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can make some videos on that, and hopefully, maybe by the time we're ready to put those videos out, we'll have the Shark ready too, and we can kind of integrate that, make it kind of like a dual demo type thing. We could do.
I think we should
both.
do it separate. I think the people that want to look at, I think it for the distortion for like when you're saying, like this is what it sounds like with the distortion. You could use the shark.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
but
about.
we're definitely going to need to do a video just on the demo for the shark.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think it would be cool for like people who are looking up the SG, like I want to see the demo of this guitar, and they're like, what is that pedal? You know, then
Yeah,
they
we
can
just tie them together.
they can
nicely.
figure it out. They can figure out where they can get it. That could be cool. That could be good for us. We're like kind of showcasing our own product.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's not disingenuous, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it would be showcasing it because we believe in it and like it. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't have a problem with a shameless plug.
Yeah. But definitely, like, I mean, that's gonna when that's finished, that's probably gonna be the, the best option for distortion that we could use.
Yeah,
is what we have in this room right now.
Yeah. Like I've talked about before, like I'm not a huge fan of distortion pedals normally, but this shark is just so good.
Yeah,
I mean, sounds good.
You have the versatility of it is what it is. Like being able to mess with all the EQ and being able to switch, between guitar and bass, like that gives you so much room for tone. Like the range is like this big.
I'm really curious what it sounds like running the shark into my dark glass pedal, because that has like an amp sim on it and stuff, so I could get all of my like distortion going into.
Did you make a clone of a dark glass pedal?
No, I have a real one, like quote unquote real one. It's on my small pedal board over there. It's the Dark Glass B7K Ultra.
Oh,
I love it.
I bet when that's one of the the circuits that I wanted to model off of. When we started messing, when we came up with the idea for the shark, but we went a different route. But the dark glass one, that's one of the ones that I was looking at.
That is the modern bass tone, is dark glass. Like in my opinion, that is the tone to have. And so like when I do the bass videos or do any of like my own personal recordings or whatever, I always, no matter what, I reamp through that dark glass pedal, and it's got a cab sim on it. So it's like it's essentially a preamp pedal with a blend knob for distortion, and it has toggle switches where you can change the emphasis of what frequencies in the low and like low mids, or actually low mids and high mids are being emphasized. They call it a grunt switch, which is funny. And then it has like a lot of controls, and then it has a cab sim. So it has clean tone, distortion tone that you can blend in, and a cab simulator all in one pedal. So if I play bass for a gig or anything, that's literally all I need is that and a tuner, and I'm good. That's why I have it, and I'll never get rid of it.
So how, that just gave me a good idea, like an idea for a future pedal.
Okay.
So like instead of the knobs for the high, mid, and treble, what if we put a toggle that went through the high, middle, and treble? That way you have only high, have only mid, and have only treble.
So you mean
bass?
Like so, like you mean like a switchable filter that would cut everything above,
yeah,
or below? I guess for the mid, above or below,
yeah,
certain frequencies.
Yeah,
that could be cool.
It could be cool. In the right pedal, of course.
Right. Yeah.
Even if it was just as like an overdrive or something that didn't get too distorted.
Yeah,
I think that'd be cool. I think that would be really cool.
I would use something like that for like lo-fi bass and stuff. Like
yeah,
that could be cool.
That's an idea for a new pedal. We have all these ideas.
Got so many ideas.
Just need to put them out.
I'm really hoping to hear back from that plastic company in Fort Smith about our special part soon.
Yeah.
Because I'm ready to get the secret pedal going. We're going to test that today, right? You brought new circuit boards?
Yeah. I think this is the one.
I think
Really
it is
do.
too. And you know what? On that note, I think we should end this and go get it done.
Yeah.
You want to go get it done?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening to another episode of the TA Pedals podcast. We're really excited to be doing this for you guys. And thank you for all the support that you've given us through our social media and stuff. If you haven't checked us out on social media, we're at TA Pedals on both Instagram and TikTok. And we just appreciate you listening, and we'll talk to you on the next episode.
One more thing.
Oh, okay.
If you're listening to this right now, we have less than 30 more followers to get us to 300, and we'll be giving away Vampire Squid Fuzz to that lucky pick of person.
Peter Piper.
And I know there's a lot of people that really want it, but we got to get there first, So like we're really close. So if you're listening to this and you have the ability to get us some more followers, get us up to 300, then as soon as that happens, we're gonna throw in that raffle and find out who that lucky person is.
And let me say this too about that is when we started this giveaway, we were already at like 220 followers or something like that. So we only need, we needed 80 to get to 300 to give away the pedal. And so there have been people entering since then to try to get us to 300. And like Stephon said, we're at like 270. And so the pool that we're going to be drawing from is very small. So
it's like somewhere between 20 and 30 people.
Yeah, which is, so your chances of winning this pedal are pretty high, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it's not unthinkable, and we're not going to pull a fast one on you or anything like that. We want to grow, and we want to show our appreciation for everyone's help that has gotten us, to where we are now. So once we hit 300, as soon as we hit 300, the contest is over, and we're going to do the giveaway. So now is the time to enter, and you can get this pedal that we sell for, $150 for free. And so yeah, go to our social media, go to Instagram, tag 3 friends, like the post, and you'll be entered to win. And hopefully you'll get it.
Well, on that note, I think we're ready to go.
Let's go get this secret pedal.
All right. Have a good day, everyone. I hope you enjoyed listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.